requires a patient to be transferred on for a long distance from city to city, because we have super fast trains, maybe we can book a place for that patient on on train ambulance system, uh, and take it forward that way. So we can interconnect many cities that way, and wherever ECMO facilities are available, we should be able to transfer critically ill patients from place to place. This was my thought process for the past 2 to 3 years, but I have seen it being uh, materialized now. Not in my plan is for the government sector; it's for the entire India. But there are private people who are doing it successfully, and it is possible now in India. And I will show that information in my talk on transport, critical care transport in India, in my future talk. And that's the reason I'm saying, because the shortage of time, I have to put many talks together. And ECMO conference is a continuation of training program, and it is not something new. Then ECMO pathophysiology, Bala has put it very nicely yesterday, explaining about the reasons why we go for it, and how does the pathophysiology change in case of ECMO, what are our concepts. Thanks, Bala. We talked about the indications in pediatric population, neonatal population, adults. Richard has put it nicely along with Praveen. Cardiac ECMO also, we dealt with that in detail. Available machinery, Pranay has given very nice introspective about it. Though only Mackie is participating with us today, he has dealt with all the 5 systems that are possible, uh, explaining each and every problem. We use Mackie in this hospital. The advantage we feel from that uh, is lack of hemolysis. We haven't come across hemolysis in that. Pranay did mention about one patient, he experienced hemolysis after 40 days, but that is less of a problem with advanced machinery uh, like Mackie. And definitely in Medtronic, in the past 14 years in UK, I've never seen hemolysis, never. With Medtronics, that is a problem. So you have to select the right machinery when you are starting your program. And I definitely advise you to have at least 2 missions to start with. At least 2, not a single mission. In case of any problem with one, though there is hand cranking with these, but it is better to have 2 missions. What I mean is, one as standby. You can keep a second patient, then 2 plus 1, third patient maybe 3 plus 1, something as standby in case things now don't go in the right direction. I dealt with minimal implications about sedation on ECMO, and ECMO cannulation was very nicely dealt with. ECMO cannulation is very, very important. That's the reason I asked Chris Harvey, who will be coming today, to talk about complications which might come during decannulation, and Ravi will be talking on decannulation as well. So there is a little bit of mix and overlap with that, but I still find that is interesting, because each speaker's viewpoint is slightly different, and you learn to pick up small things from them. When you do this practically, I know the surgeons are listening very carefully, but it's all a teamwork. Intensivist can do the cannulation, surgeons can do the cannulation, but as intensivist, whenever you get into problems and you feel there are problems with the arterial network, certainly we need to approach our surgeons. And Richard yesterday has nicely dealt with what sort of complications we can come across. We dealt with cardiac tamponade on few occasions. We had to open up the chest immediately on few occasions. These are all instantaneous problems. You cannot wait for the surgeon to come from another hospital to your hospital. Patient will die by that time. The help has to be available on site in case you need, in case intensivists are going ahead with that. So that's all we dealt with yesterday. Are there any burning questions? Otherwise, I will ask Pranay to get on with his management talk, ECMO management talk, and complete it. Then we'll proceed from there.